and the topic of our discussion is, why do people struggle to understand the concept of oneness? You see, every day we have a different type of a topic, and this journey, this Zoom call takes us into, you know, how many topics? Let's quickly just let's look at what all we talk of. We talk about enlightenment. We talk about God, about religion, about spirituality, about happiness, about peace, about problems, about mind, about consciousness, about intellect, about discrimination, about, I think there are about 100 topics about peace, love, and bliss, about purpose, about karma, about rebirth, about, I can go on listing and listing and listing. There will be 100 topics that we talk about. And what I'm trying to tell you is that we are blessed that we discuss so many things. And some people ask me the question, they're confused. Why are we having so many topics? What is the necessity of so many topics? You know what my answer to them was? Because life is to these topics. This is life. And if you don't want to talk about karma, you don't want to talk about birth, you don't want to talk about wave particle duality, you don't want to talk about science, you don't want to talk about karma, you don't want to talk about ignorance, then you will miss the subject called life. And so, therefore, with that subject of discussion, I would like to say Sip Sachin, Sip Atmanan, Sip Kamalji, Sip Renuka, Sip Nimmi, Sip Siri, Sip Abha, Sip Mita, Sip Krishnanama, Sip Alak, Sip Sadanand, Sip Girija, Sip Vireshji, Sip Samatma, Sip Meenakshi. I saw Umang on the call yesterday. I wanted to ask Meenakshi. Sip Yogini, Sip Krishna, Sip Bliko, Sip Prakasha, Sip Sukhi, Sip Harshal, Sip Rajanand, Sip Shayad, Sip Ahmatma, Sip Bliss, Sip Jyoti, Sip Premanand, Sip Siva, Sip Sita, Sip Puja, Sip Chotwani, Sip Soham, Sip Girishanand, Sip Atmanji, Sip Ahem, Sip Pik, Siba, and Sip Sagai, Anil, and Kubuda. So this is where we are, my dear friends. Welcome. Welcome to this call. Promises to be an interesting discussion on why do people struggle to understand the concept of oneness. Who would like to talk about it? I have Sachin talking about oneness and Rajanand. Sachin, I saw your message. Don't worry about it, and things will settle down. Yes, Sachin, tell me. Unmute, unmute. Sachin to unmute, and then Rajanand,
Assalamu
and
alaikum.
then Shivoham.
Guruji, there are two things which are involved in this, as per my learning. One is mind, and second is ignorance.
What do you understand by concept of oneness?
Oneness is because we both, I mean, example, you are one, you are Sip, I am Sip, because we are all divine soul. But we are seeing each other as, different. However, we are actually one. If you see the example of balloon, when the air goes into the, when the balloon is defamed, the air goes and merges in the bigger air. So that's the same thing which applies here. It's like example of gold and a ring.
So, therefore, are you clear about this concept of
Very
oneness?
clear, very clear.
Okay. Okay, so you don't have any struggle, right?
No,
Okay, good. Good, good, good. So I
actually,
don't know. I don't know how
in,
much
in,
you are.
in the
Huh?
only in one thing which I'm facing issue nowadays is that while I'm sleeping, I'm not having a comfortable sleep. That is the problem I'm facing. And this
So
started lately. It was not an issue
so
with me before.
we'll have a topic on discussion. One of these days we'll put it as a topic of discussion. Let's
Mhm.
formulate it. See, who is saying who is saying that I'm having a problem when sleeping? Not the soul, not the
The
soul,
body.
the body. The body and the mind. The body and the mind is saying I am having a problem when sleeping. In reality, you are not having a problem.
Mm.
The acknowledgement that I am having a problem itself is a problem. So don't say it.
Okay.
You say the body had some problem in sleeping.
Okay.
Look at the point. Look at you start telling the body had some problem. See, you're a very positive person. I liked even what I got your message. Of course, I keep moving here and there as a vagabond. The ship makes me go here, there, all over the place, right? So I've got so many challenges, but you are a very sorted person. So keep going on, but remember, you've got to continue doing your best to get your what we spoke about, get yourself settled. We'll
Right.
talk more.
Another
Rajan,
thing which I want to ask you, Guruji, is that, when we address ourselves, because we cannot say I, me, and mine. So how should we, further going in the world as we are in the world right now? How
the
should we,
only way, the only way to change your life game
hmm, is to
is
change
to
the
change
name?
your name.
Change the name. No, but then how do we address? Because even if I, example, write divine
No,
soul in
for example,
Sachin.
when you call me, what do you call me? You call me AiR, na?
Right. No, but you have to use a word. Na? I want to talk to you, or maybe,
I,
me
yeah, it's
somewhere.
I. It's
So we
I.
can use this word, no problem.
I is fine, but who's this I?
I is divine, divine soul.
And when you say I, you're talking I'm Sachin.
No, no. So that's what I'm saying. I want to avoid this word. So how do we
You
talk in the
don't
real world?
you don't have to avoid I. You have to change your name.
Okay.
When I say I have no problem. Why do I have no problem when I say I?
Mm.
Who am I?
Your Atma in Ravi.
I'm Atma. I have no problem.
So I'm
So I have
divine
told
soul in Sachin.
no, no, the name has to be clear. You can't be divine soul in Sachin. Divine DSI uh divine soul in DSIS. It's not a name. It's still you can't say I'm DSIS, no?
So whatever name you will give, I'll take
No,
that.
no, yeah. So let's get on to that, okay? Rajanand Rumataji Krishna. Name is very, very important.
So,
There will be a book. There will be a book one day, and that book will be called Change Your Name to Win the Spiritual Game. There will be a book, a whole book on this subject. Rajanand,
sir, Shom sir,
sir.
but struggling on this path for understanding the oneness is not so difficult. First, we have to come on this path, then we have to follow the path sincerely under the guidance of Guru. Naturally, there should be grace of God, then only we can come to this
No, no,
path.
no. Wait. Why do
Question:
people struggle? Why?
why
Do
they
you?
struggle? Because they don't understand the basic that this is all Maya. They are not able to understand this is all Maya. Maya is basically concealing what we, it is all concealment of the reality and underlying reality of this whole cosmos. Maya conceals the soul or the consciousness and projects our body and mind because
So
they
do
don't
you? Do
understand
you?
it.
Do you struggle?
I don't struggle now, sir. I used to struggle for first 4 3 3 4 months. I don't struggle now, sir. That is
So
why
you
I
are.
changed my name. No, I don't
So
struggle.
you are clear. Yes, changing the name is a big thing. Changing the name is not a small thing. Changing the name is a very big thing. Because
Because
when you
then
change,
only when the person will struggle, probably even after understanding, after knowing all these things from the guru, if he doesn't believe in it or if he doesn't live in with it, so he will struggle. He has to struggle, and
good,
probably he
beautiful,
will not meet
beautiful,
anyone.
no, beautiful point. So if somebody is coming on this call with a spiritual name, but after that they are going back to their old name, they cannot get enlightened.
तो स्ट्रगल तो तभी हो सकते हैं जब आप दो चीजों में फंसे हो, उस
Correct.
नाव पे भी पैर रखा है, इस नाव पे भी पैर रखा है, दैट इज स्ट्रगल. When
Correct.
you are clear, you leave this shore and you travel on that in that boat of this spirituality, so you will reach somewhere. So you will reach somewhere, so there is
Good.
no like struggle.
Excellent. So when you have already transformed, then there is no struggle. But there are
uh,
many people struggling. So I'm just trying to even get there are many people
there may be
struggling.
sometimes confusion, there may be sometimes slip, but not struggling.
दुनिया में ये सबसे बड़ा स्ट्रगल है. दुनिया में even बड़े बड़े संत, big saints, big spiritual people, they are still stuck in Dvaita and Vishishta Dvaita. There is no clarity in Advaita. Advaita samajhna, non-duality samajhna, it's the one of the biggest blessings in the world. So this is where we are on the conversation. और कुछ बोलना है राजन?
बस वही सर, ये बेसिकली समझना और इसको मानना जरूरी है ना सर. नॉन ड्युअलिटी को मानना जरूरी है.
Not only समझना और मानना.
मानना and live. We have to live. वही मानना है कि हम कहाँ मार खाते हैं, हम लिविंग में ही मार खाते हैं.
अगर हम if we are living oneness,
we can live with oneness only when we are संपूर्ण in संपूर्ण वैराग्य. मेरा तेरा कुछ नहीं होगा, तभी होगा oneness. Otherwise oneness तो कहने की बात है सर.
Thank you, Rajesh. Beautiful, very beautifully said. Thank you. Your words short, crisp, very beautiful. Rumata ji. Very important
प्रणाम
call. Very, very important call. हाँ बोलिए रूमाता जी. प्रणाम.
प्रणाम गुरुजी शिवोहम.
शिवोहम.
Guruji, I think the root cause is ego, which stands like a wall.
Beautiful.
खुद
Very
को
beautiful.
छोड़ा तो मुझको मिल गया भगवान. अगर मैं को छोड़ दिया तो हम सब में भी भगवान को देख लेंगे और खुद में भी.
So it is so important. Kirumata ji, what she's telling, the root cause is the ego. The root cause, the root cause is the ego. And how Rumata ji has told something. But what is the cause of the ego? So good, Rumata ji, और कुछ बोलना, because today we are going to get into this depth. Very good, Rumata ji. First point जो गले से पकड़ा आपने, बताइए.
Guruji, because of ego only people think we are superior than the other person. If ego is not there, then we all are same. तब ना कोई ऊंचा है ना कोई नीचा है, सब एक है.
तो हम ये ईगो में क्यों फंसे हैं? हम ये ईगो में क्यों फंसे हैं? That is the question that comes to our mind.
Because we are not able to understand ourselves fully.
What is that?
Yeah, I am nothing. Prabhu is everything.
तो back in cycle ना रूमाता जी जो आप बोल रहे हैं. We are not able to understand, we are nothing, Prabhu is everything. ईगो है, ईगो को नहीं छोड़ सकते हैं. अगर ईगो को नहीं छोड़ सकते हैं तो we are not in oneness, नॉन ड्युअलिटी नहीं होता है. हम समझते हैं हम हैं, लेकिन हम है ही नहीं.
Yes, Guruji, you are very correct.
तो ये topic is very important for the aspirants of awakening, for enlightenment. This topic, we must be a master. I told you, sometimes I don't give importance to some topics. So one by one, I'm taking all the old topics and putting them on discussion so we can. Krishna. Thank you, Rumata ji. Krishna.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Shivoham.
Shivoham. Krishna. Same thing. Krishnaham and Shivoham don't make any difference.
Yeah. And as you said, sir, the topics coming, recurring topics, it's giving us more clarity. And, we think we are still, I do struggle with duality still, but the reasons I'm very clear about it, because that must be the AFA state, because the reasons I would say is and I. I standing for ignorance, I standing for illusion, and I standing for ego. You have to enlighten your ego. So these are the causes, but the whole world is filled with names and forms, and we are bombarded with this world. So we do get attached to a few of things. And I think till we move from self-realization to God realization, this struggle will continue. I do struggle. It's not that I'm aware of. My purpose is very clear. I'm holding the hand of SIP. I know I'm part of SIP. As you said, all of that, saying that I do struggle with duality.
The truth. In fact, everybody struggles till such time that you dissolve into it. And you spoke of another new book. There'll be another book on I. One day there will be a book on I. Because spirituality is all about I. It is about not only about ignorance, and it is also about intelligence. It is many I's. The whole concept is, what is this I? What Rumataji said just now, Krishna, you have captured that the problem. The problem is, who is this I? There is no I. There is no I. But how can we live without I?
We cannot.
I am talking to you.
Now, sir, with complete trust in you, your teachings, when I get disturbed, I do understand there is an underlying oneness There is only a sip, but that is only auto suggestions. I have not realized it. I have not opened my real eyes, as you say. I'm still spiritually blind. So I do get caught in duality. Then, yeah, yes.
And you know what you just said now is again very, very profound. You know what you said? If we don't trust our master, disaster.
Yeah.
Because what the master can see, we cannot see.
No, we can't. Yes.
When the guru told me, you're jetta, you're idiot, I could not see, but that was meant to be. And then he told me, man minus self equals God, God plus self equals man. It was very complicated equation. Now I have given you all the equation in a very simple way, right? I said the moment you say I am, what Chinmayananda used to say BME. Chinmayananda, there's a whole topic on, the big chart. If you look and go and see Chinmayananda Swami's video.
PMI, not E.
Ah. Okay, so but what it means, he may say BM, but what he means in our language. Today, if you have to give a chat, you will use this. If we continue to be BME, the body, the mind, and the ego, we cannot be God. We cannot be God.
Yeah, yes, yes,
The
yes.
moment the ego says, I am not the body, I am not the mind. If I am not the body, if I am not the mind, then who am I? So this is
Yeah,
what we spoke a few days back, means neti neti koham tattvamasi. Or to remove the word koham, koham is equal to neti neti tattvamasi. This is oneness. The moment there is this neti neti tattvamasi goes into the depth of our soul, we become sip. But to become that, to be in that consciousness is so difficult because we still have a body. We still
yeah,
have five senses. We still have relationships. We still have desires. We are still caught. How to be in this Jivatma state and to be Jivan Mukta.
yeah,
This is the greatest achievement of a human being in this world. If a Jiv Atma can become a Jivan Mukta, there is nothing greater, no other achievement that you can achieve. And in that, this oneness, the subject of oneness, you know, you see big spiritual speakers in the world, they talk about oneness, but I can't find them explaining it in clear, simple words. You can explain better. Any of you have understood it so clearly that we are not this body. The body is made up of five elements. We cannot be the mind. It doesn't exist. A bundle of thoughts.
So when we simply understand that we are part of supreme immortal power, that itself equates that the oneness, no? The complete oneness or the
Yeah.
vastness, the oneness.
So that oneness happens. The moment the BME comes back,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So whenever we are in non-duality, we do suffer. All the dukkha is in seeing the other person or seeing that non-duality. But what I have to say is I have not reached that state. Abhi,
in,
understanding is there. Yeah.
in my last interview with Arvind Arora, I don't know how many of you have seen that podcast. There's a beautiful podcast out by Arvind Arora. I think it's not on our website, but it's on it's on YouTube. I don't know whether they've sent it to you or the link. In that, he says, in the hook, he says, इस आदमी ने किसी को मारा है. इस आदमी ने किसी को मारा है. किसको मारा है? Did you all have got that link? I'm not sure. Piyu, have you sent that link? If not, we must send the link today.
I will send it.
Yeah, this आदमी ने किसी को मारा है. किसको मारा है? रवि को मारा है. 31st August 2014 से रवि का खून किया है. Because I killed Ravi. And then he said, क्या क्या आप समझते हैं आप भगवान है? He asked me, क्या आप समझते हैं आप भगवान है? I said, नहीं, मैं नहीं समझता मैं भगवान हूं. मैं समझता है आप भगवान है. और जब मैं समझता हूँ आप भगवान है, मैं हर इंसान में भगवान देखता हूँ. अगर हर इंसान में भगवान देखता हूँ तो फिर मैं कौन हूँ? So very beautiful. It's a very beautiful 2-hour podcast. It's a 2 hours podcast, and we'll send it out to you today itself. Administrator will send it out. Thank you, Krishna. Very, very deep subject, oneness. Oh, it's a very, we can have 1 year topic. It can be 1 year, 365 days topic on oneness, and still people will struggle. But today is a good beginning on this oneness. Aham Sip.
Shivoham Guruji, I bow down to you and all
Shivoham.
on this call.
Yes.
Guruji, people struggle to understand the concept of oneness because from the childhood, we have been taught me, mine, mine, and even religions, they also, just talk about duality. So we have never heard about oneness. No one has taught us about oneness. Only after you come into spirituality, you realize that this is oneness, everything is just one. So it is ignorance because of which it becomes difficult to adopt to this concept. And even I understand, I agree, and I follow it, but still I'm struggling it. I still have to work on it. I think till I reach EFE, I will have to struggle with it.
You cannot reach EFE without solving this problem.
Yes. Okay.
So what is one song I have written? In one song I have written, इंसान
सब
का
में प्रभु
पाप
को देख के
इंसान का पाप क्या है,
क्या है
पापों का बाप क्या
बाप
है,
क्या
इंसान भगवान है पर सोचता इंसान इंसान है, इंसान सच में शक्ति है, दिखने में वो व्यक्ति है, इंसान का पाप यही है, पापों का बाप यही है, इंसान तो आत्मा है, आत्मा परमात्मा है, इंसान जो ये ना जानता करता है पाप सबसे बड़ा, पापों का बाप ये है खड़ा.
Yes,
The biggest
ISIS and
Paramatma.
SLS,
The
ISIS and
biggest,
SLS will take us there, but it will take some time for me.
but for that, this is exactly called that aha moment. That aha moment, actually, you have already got the aha moment. Honestly, it's not that intellectually you have any doubt what I'm talking about intellectually.
No.
But फिर भी why you are struggling? You are struggling because of BME. And Krishna, with all due respect, we should not say BMI, because intellect is not part of BME. Just to tell you that BM explanation is okay, but we should shift to BME. Problem is body, mind, and ego. Unless you have a doubt, please come back to me on this. Our problem is the body, mind, and ego. Body, mind, and ego. BME, BME. Very, very important to understand. Not body, not mind. Then the ego is enlightened. That ego, the I. What happens from I? We go from I to I. We go from I to I. What Krishna just now taught me today. What Krishna taught me, she said from ignorance to intelligence. We have to go the I. So this, you look at the beautiful book, administrator, please capture. Look at the beautiful book, I to I to I. Huh? What is, going from ignorance, the I goes from ignorance to intelligence to become the real I. I. Ignorant I overcomes ignorance with intelligence to become the intelligent I. So very, very important. This I, and the only way is BME. BME, which is nothing but neti, which you all are thorough about. You are so thorough about it. Still we are struggling. And I'm happy that people in the call are admitting we are struggling. Of course, even after I awakened 31st August 2014, it took me up to 1st October 2017 to get to EFE. It is not a cakewalk. It's not you buy one cake and put a cake in your mouth and cake khalia. No. Bliko.
Shivoham, love you all.
Yes, sir.
So the answer is already given, but this Advaita, especially in spirituality, it is only when you realize ISIS. So, it is difficult to, people don't understand because of, I noted down 4 reasons. One is Maya, which is projecting this whole entire humongous, the variety of the things. So people get lost in this sansar, and then they don't realize the oneness. That is one reason. Second is we are not taught in the school or somewhere in the religion very clearly about this thing. So that is the reason people go round and round. Second thing, parent doesn't know.
Why are we not taught? Why are we not
We are
taught?
not taught in religion or school.
Why we are not taught?
Education, it is not there, that oneness. So
Why
people will
education is not there?
Hmm?
Why education is not there?
Oneness is not taught, right? It's
Why?
you cannot.
Correct.
This concept is not.
I'm trying to ask you why it is not taught. Will
Yeah, because
God
nobody knows. People don't know.
that
People
is the
don't know.
100%
That
right
is the main
answer.
reason.
So,
Yeah.
Bliko, 99% of the people
Ignorance.
don't know.
Yeah, that's why ignorance is.
So I'm asking you, if 99% of the world is ignorant, will the world ever be taught this subject?
No, because there is only 1% people knows that. So
This
it's very
world will
difficult,
never,
impossible.
this world will, it's just like
Never.
saying, will the world become vegetarian?
No.
Very difficult for the world to become vegetarian because majority is eating meat. And
yeah.
majority is enjoying the meat. They're enjoying meat so much. How can everybody leave the meat today? So therefore, we have to look at our life. We have to look at our island. And that's why spiritual awakening is an individual subject. So, Bliko, you cannot say me, my wife, my daughter, my son, my grandchildren. No, cannot.
No.
Enlightenment cannot, it's not hereditary.
Correct.
It is an individual journey. It is nobody in your family or cycle may be in this subject. So
Because
I captured this part. You were saying one more thing. You spoke about Maya. Now, what is Maya? Maya
is power.
is a power which is the
Projects.
power which stops us from realizing oneness. Correct, Bliko? If you realize everything is Maya, finish.
Oneness,
Then oneness comes. Now, Bliko, why are we not able to accept Maya?
Because of the ego. Our ego comes in between.
And what is causing the ego to come in between?
This ignorance
Correct.
of
so
realization.
What is the big problem then?
Yeah, self-realization required, right? Because people talk about Vasudeva Kutumbakam. How come it will come Vasudeva Kutumbakam when one person don't know the oneness? If you know the oneness, you don't have to teach Vasudeva Kutumbakam. It is automatic.
So this is where, and if a person reaches that state of oneness, Vasudeva Kutumbakam will become a natural phenomena in our life.
Correct.
We will all be like Namdev.
Yeah.
We will all be like Namdev giving the roti to the dog as God, right? But this is only theory.
Theory, correct. Practically, it is not possible, right?
No,
100%, 99% people are ignorant. So how can you expect to everybody get enlightened to this truth?
So the Prabhu has not made the world for everybody to be enlightened.
Correct. Yeah.
Why Prabhu has not made? We will have this as a discussion. Why God? Ask a topic. Why God has not made it? Why God has not created the world for everybody to be enlightened? We will have this topic maybe on Thursday. Why God has not created?
So must go on. Otherwise, so will not go on.
Okay, Siri, come on. But then it can't become a topic of discussion if you know the answer so easily. Siri.
Shivam Guruji.
Shivam.
Even I wanted to tell that first of all we require a guru. That is the main thing. Then religion also they never teaches this oneness. Always say that God is in the sky. Till now even I was believing that God lives in the sky. I also used to see up and pray. Okay. Then ignorance. We are ignorant because of this. We are thinking that we are the body, mind, and ego. So all these three things are the most important that we cannot be this. I feel that Guru is the first, then religion second, then only the Guru will tell that you are not the BME, you are that. So
because good point, Siri. What Bliko just told just now, because majority are into the darkness of avidya, right? The avidya. Who
Ghor
can,
avidya. You used to tell no ghor avidya.
absolutely. So ghor avidya. Who can eliminate ghor avidya? Only the guru. Because that is why it is called guru. Guru means ghor avidya to anubhuti. Going from A to A, from avidya to anubhuti. Who can take us from avidya to anubhuti? No knowledge from any college, no book, nothing. Because this is realization, and realization needs a real master, because without real master cannot happen.
Yes, Guru. We have to
And if we miss this point, Siri, if we miss this point, what you said, the first point, since you told it's your first point, Guru, I think nobody mentioned it so importantly. Somebody who Rumataji, somebody said Guru. If I look at my life, without my Guru, I would have still been a machine. I would have still been a machine running after making money and running after business. I would have still been struggling in my life meaninglessly. Without the three elements of most important elements of life: peace, love, and bliss. The world does not have this. The world does not have peace. The world does not know the meaning of love. The world does not enjoy bliss.
ISIS, because ISIS, SLS. Only Guru told me, my Guru only taught you ISIS, SLS, all these things. Even I did not know BN, BME, everything. I was so ignorant. Well, I was in Bhakti, that is different, but still very much ignorant about spirituality.
Thank you. Thank you, Siri. Pooja Sahu. Pooja Shiva Nishani. Pooja Sahu.
शिवम गुरु जी
Shivoham Bolo.
नमस्ते जी गुरु जी मैं 2022 से मंदिर कैंपस के साथ कनेक्टेड हूँ। वहाँ जब मैं जाती थी और उधर मैं पूजा करने के लिए आ रही थी, लेकिन काइंड ऑफ मैं अभी मेरा क्वेश्चंस मिल गया है। जैसे कि मैं अभी त्या में जा रही थी, अभी थोड़ा थोड़ा अनुभूति मिल रहा है और मुझे कुछ बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि मैं चाहती हूँ कि वो सब वर्ड्स सब मैं अभी अभी सीख रही हूँ। मन में बहुत क्वेश्चंस है, लेकिन मैं कुछ समझ में नहीं आता है कि मेरा क्वेश्चंस क्या है। क्यूरियोसिटी है, लेकिन मुझे ये भी पता नहीं, मैं इतना अंधार में हूँ कि मुझे पता नहीं मैं आपसे क्या पूछूंगी, लेकिन मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है और कुछ कुछ इतना अच्छा वर्ड्स आता है जो मैं कभी सुनी नहीं थी। तो मेरी लाइफ में मैं वो सब ऐड करती हूँ।
तो पूजा,
क्वेश्चंस मेरा बहुत है, लेकिन मैं
तो
बोल नहीं
आपको
पाती हूँ।
नहीं, तो आपको ये क्वेश्चन का आंसर चाहिए, तो आपको क्या
हाँ,
करना है? आपको ये कॉल में डेली आना है, 8 बजे डेली। कुछ भी एक कॉल को मिस नहीं करना है। अगर ये कॉल
यार
को मिस नहीं करेगी, फिर आप अपना क्वेश्चन का एक लिस्ट बनाओ, 1 2 3, कुछ बात मत करो। कुछ 1 वीक 2 वीक कुछ बात मत करो। 1 वीक 2 वीक सब लोगों का क्वेश्चन आंसर सुनो, क्या लोग क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं, क्या आंसर मिल रहा है। 1 वीक 2 वीक बरोबर ये कॉल में आके सुनो 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 सुनो। उसके बाद आपका क्वेश्चन क्लियर होगा, फिर वो क्वेश्चन आपको पूछना है।
क्योंकि मैं अविद्या में हूँ, अभी मुझे क्वेश्चंस मिल गया कि मैं
आप
अविद्या में हूँ।
मैं भी अविद्या में था।
अनुभूति लेके आ रही हूँ।
नहीं, मैं भी अविद्या में था ना। अविद्या
हाँ,
के बाद ही अनुभूति होगी ना। देखो,
हाँ,
मैं
अनुभूति
एक
हो
बात पूछता
है,
हूँ। नहीं,
लेकिन मैं एक्सप्रेस नहीं कर पाती हूँ।
सुनिए, अगर अंधकार नहीं है, अगर अंधकार नहीं है तो रोशनी कैसे आ सकती है? अंधकार में ही रोशनी आएगी ना। अगर रोशनी है तो फिर अंधकार नहीं है, तो रोशनी को मालूम ही नहीं पड़ेगा रोशनी है क्या। मतलब रोशनी का जब तक ब्लैक नहीं है, व्हाइट का मतलब नहीं समझ सकता। करेक्ट है? ब्लैक होने के बाद ही व्हाइट का मतलब समझ सकते हैं। अगर ब्लैक ही नहीं है तो व्हाइट का मतलब कैसे समझेंगे हम? तो आपको कॉल में, मेरे दो ही बात है, आपको कॉल में आना है, डेली आना है। और आपको आपका क्वेश्चन जो है, आप एक पेपर में, एक बुक में पूरा क्वेश्चन लिखते जाओ, लिखते जाओ, लिखते जाओ, लिखते जाओ। वो 20 क्वेश्चंस जब होता है, 20 क्वेश्चन से एक क्वेश्चन पिक करके इस कॉल में पूछो। कुछ शर्म मत करो, क्वेश्चन राइट है, कुछ रॉन्ग है, अविद्या है। वेडनेसडे को बिगिनर सेशन होता है, कभी वेडनेसडे को अपना क्वेश्चन पूछो। आप एवरी वेडनेसडे यू आस्क क्वेश्चन। थैंक यू।
हाँ
सिबा
सर, और एक क्वेश्चन सर प्लीज, और एक क्वेश्चन।
बोलो।
अरे मुझे अपडेटिंग नहीं मिल रहा है। अपडेटिंग में रेखा मैडम से मांग के लाती हूँ
आप
जूम
अपना आप नंबर, हमारा नंबर मालूम है?
हाँ है।
हमारा
ऑफिशियल
नंबर में,
नंबर फेसबुक में एक ऑफिशियल नंबर अपलोड
हमारा
किए थे।
नंबर है 555555। वो नंबर पे व्हाट्सएप करो, फिर आपको डेली अपडेट आएगा, डेली मैसेज आएगा।
ओके।
नाइन
गूगल पे
98451 55555। इसको व्हाट्सएप करो।
99741
98451 55555 55। सिबा
5। हाँ वही नंबर गूगल पे मिला
व्हाट्सएप
था
करो,
मुझे ऑफिशियल।
व्हाट्सएप करो।
या
आपका व्हाट्सएप आज करो तो आपको डेली अपडेट आएगा। अभी व्हाट्सएप करके अपना नाम दो। एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर प्लीज हेल्प her to get registered. सिबा
Pranam Guruji.
प्रणाम।
Guruji, because of strong Guru and we are established in I am established in consciousness now, Guruji. But I am lagging somewhere. I know I am not BME. I understand that this is all Maya, Leela, everything is khel. But that oneness, it doesn't triggers me, Guruji. From where to start my journey, I only don't know. So please.
इसलिए ना, इसलिए आप एक दिन कॉल पे आते हैं, यू आर कमिंग वन डे विथ आई मतलब इंटेलिजेंस। सेकेंड डे यू आर कमिंग टू कॉल विथ आई ignorance. Again, third day you are coming to call with I intelligence. Again, next day you are coming to call. करेक्ट है ना? ये मैं सही बोल रहा हूँ ना?
बराबर है
हाँ,
गुरुजी,
तो क्या
बराबर है।
करते? सिबा 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 इसी को बोलते हैं अनुभूति, इसी को बोलते हैं रियलाइजेशन, इसी को। आपका नॉलेज तो पक्का है, कभी कभी कोई भी जवाब नहीं दे सकते। नोबडी कैन गिव आंसर, यू आर गिविंग आंसर, बेस्ट आंसर यू आर गिविंग समटाइम ऑन द कॉल। बट knowledge is not enough. This knowledge must get crystallization. For knowledge to get crystallization, there must be realization, there must be illumination. This illumination is very, very important, and this is an effort. You need to keep on putting the effort. It is not something you can get like this. No, you cannot go and you cannot buy from Google, you cannot get in Amazon. No, this needs a lot. Is that is why paying attention on this call is very important. And every day after the call also, sometimes spending time in contemplation, asking important questions, relevant questions. This is not a subject, Siba. ये हर कोई को नहीं मिलने वाला है.
I understand, Guruji.
If I'll tell you किसको मिलेगा. Okay, who will be enlightened? This is another question, another ask a topic. Who will be enlightened? Who will be enlightened? Not everybody. Not everybody. The person who will be enlightened is a jigyasu, who is a mumukshu, who takes the jnani to become a yogi. Then only we can become a Buddha. अगर हमें प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है, we have to find out where is our mistake. Is our mistake because हमारा प्रभु के लिए प्यास कम है? Yesterday night, what song I sang in the temple? I sang प्रभु पाना यही मकसद है. See, we are lost in this world. We should not be lost.
गुरुजी but how can I, गुरुजी कहाँ से स्टार्ट करूँ वही समझ में नहीं आ रहा है मुझे गुरुजी. बाकी तो बहुत, I started staying happy, everything established in consciousness, everything is going on well, Guruji. I'm happy all the time. But ये
Continue.
But from where to start that, Guruji? From where to
Nothing to see. You already started. Nothing to start.
But
Where
Guruji,
to stop? Shh. You must not ask where to start. You have to ask what I must stop. आपके यहाँ आपको जितना आपने स्टार्ट किया ना वो बहुत है.
हाँ गुरुजी.
Yeah. क्या स्टॉप करना है? अगर आप स्टॉप करेंगे, अपने आप जागृत हो जाएंगे। जो उल्टा सीधा है उसको स्टॉप करो। Sometimes you are following some wrong advice. Sometimes you are meeting some wrong people. Sometimes you are doing some wrong thing. They are interfering in your enlightenment. You have to find out what is stopping. What are those roadblocks? वो roadblock को हटाओ। अशोक निचानी।
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much.
अशोक निचानी।
Shivam Sarji.
Sir.
Sarji, oneness is for the full world. There is only one God. They may be different religions, they may be following according to the religion, but the supreme sip is only one. इंसान में ही भगवान है।
So why do we
भगवान
struggle?
कोई आसमान में है।
So why do we struggle then? If you are so confident.
We struggle because we think we are different from others.
Why?
Because of our ignorance.
So why?
We don't have that anubhuti, Sarji. We have not
Why?
learned, we have not gone on this path of spirituality.
Why?
From a childhood, we have not been taught what is spirituality.
So what is to be done?
We have to learn the path to spirituality and understand Prabhu एक ही है, सबके लिए प्रभु एक ही है. He is given every human the same energy.
Why is it so difficult to learn?
Because we are in a cosmic drama.
So how to come out of the cosmic drama?
We have to become like a yogi.
How to become like a yogi?
शांति में रहना.
How to be in shanti?
Saji, like consciousness. Go into consciousness.
How to be in consciousness?
To be in consciousness, you have to go into silence, meditate, and cut off from the world, from the outside world.
We have to still the mind.
Still the mind.
We have to still the mind and kill the mind.
Yes, Saji.
Why we are not able to still the mind and kill the mind?
Because we are in avidya.
Who will help us overcome? Who will help us overcome avidya?
Maya में फंसे हैं. We think we are body, mind, and ego.
Who will help us overcome?
A guru will take us from this darkness to light.
And where will we find the guru?
We have to find a guru, right guru for ourselves, using our intellect.
And if we don't find the right guru?
One more example, Saji, like a tree. A tree has energy. It is all the same energy, but the leaves may be of different sizes, big and small. पर पत्ते में है झांकी भगवान की.
So, Ashok, see, all this what you spoke, I asked you so many questions, right? I asked you why, how. Ultimately, the ultimate truth is one. What is the ultimate truth? What is the ultimate truth? Jagat Mithya. Prabhu Satya.
Satya. Right, sir.
Today's call, nobody told this in today's call, I think. Jagat Mithya, Prabhu Satya.
Truth.
So what is this whole world, this entire world is Prabhu. And if we live with that oneness, if we see, living in that oneness does not mean that we have to stop living. We cannot stop living because there will be thoughts, we will breathe, we will talk, we will eat, we will meet people, we will greet people, that we will eat. But we should not lose our consciousness, which means that even for 5 minutes, if we are talking to somebody, immediately we have to come back into our consciousness. We should be rooted. We must be rooted in consciousness. And this is a very important choice. As long as you are Ashok Nichani, you cannot be rooted in consciousness. What is your biggest mistake?
Thinking that I am Ashok Nichani.
So what is your biggest mistake? I
should realize that I am not I am not the body, I am not Ashok. How will you
How will you realize that?
When I'm in consciousness, I
How
will
will you be
realize.
in this? How will you be in this consciousness?
In silence, meditate.
No, don't go back to the same cycle. And as long as you are Ashok Nichani, you cannot.
Right, Saji. I have to
If
forget
you,
that.
if, yeah, and for that, your problem is in your name. As long as you tell everybody I'm Ashok Nichani, as long as everybody calls you Ashok Nichani, you cannot have oneness.
Oneness.
So
I can't see God in everyone. I
this is
should
the
see
this,
in everyone, even a beggar, even a dog,
so
whatever
this
it is. I can see.
I've told you what is the problem. Punam Chedda, and other side. Second round we have got Rumataji, Atmanji, and I think Krishna. Atmanji also second round. Punam, yes, Punam. Unmute Punam, please unmute. Yes, Punam.
I think I understand everything, but the desire within me maybe is missing. There has to be a very strong desire to be in oneness. And maybe the yoga pulls me and I lose track of, the bhoga pulls me and I lose track of yoga on and off. So the drive to be in yoga all the time is probably not probably is not there. I can see that.
So you already you know the problem. For example, you know that bhoga is pulling you away from yoga, right? Because one is north pole, one is south pole. One is taking well, one is dark, one is light, one is ignorance, one is intelligence. So Punam, the challenge is this. The challenge is if we are in awareness, if only we are in awareness that my time is running out. And if I don't realize the oneness, then I will be gone and I will be reborn. Then I have to have another cycle, and I may not get this kind of opportunity in the next cycle. That means I will continue going round and round and round and round, and I will be caught in this lila, in this maya. If we are, if we are established in this awareness, in this consciousness, that I cannot miss the opportunity, then we will not miss it. The problem, what happens, Poonam? Sometimes we get carried away. We get blown by our friends, our society, our family, social media, whatever. It's like it's like sometimes, I don't know if you notice it, you are carrying some important money or some paper in your hand, wind blows. What happens when the wind blows? Sometimes the note slips out of your hand. Have you had the experience sometimes when a note has slipped out of your hand? Yeah, but you don't want the note to slip out of your hand. Because if a note slips out of your hand, is okay. But what if your life slips out of your hand? If your life slips out of your hand, you can't catch it back. It means again one more cycle. And you are blessed to be on this call today, and you are blessed to be on the path. You are blessed to understand everything. Now you can't miss it. You agree? I hope today what I'm saying. So this awareness and this awareness, somebody asked me a question. Somebody, in fact, taught me. I was in Singapore recently and somebody taught me. I said, how do you keep awareness? You know what he told me, what I do? He told me on my thumb, I put a transparent sellotape. Every day on my thumb, I put a transparent sellotape. I have taught some of the people in this call to wear a white rumal, white band. Sometimes they find white band is, but imagine you just have a sellotape in your bathroom or kitchen, and every day you put a transparent sellotape on your thumb to remind you that I am not this, that this is going to go. You need a constant reminder, Punam. When you want to be in yoga, but when you're in bhoga, the problem is we need a constant reminder. And who will give you the constant reminder? You yourself. Nobody else is going to give you a constant reminder. So I hope you will find some tip and you will do if you that will give you that strong desire what you asked for. And this is where sometimes a guru helps us. A guru helps us to find a method to. Guru cannot take you up. The Guru will show you the way to go up. The Guru will show you the path. Then you have to climb that path. Okay, now we have got. Thank you. I hope that answered your question. Let's quickly go through Rumataji. Quick, we'll have to go because as usual, beginning there's less people and end there are too many people. Rumataji.
Pranam Guruji Shivam.
Boliye.
Actually, Guruji, in childhood only, we are taught things like you comparison and competition. Guruji, once you have many times you have told three C's. The third word I am not remembering. You said three C.
We compare, we criticize, and
One more is there. I am not
after what
remembering.
you remember these two only? Compare
I have told comparison also.
and we criticize.
Criticize. Yes, criticize. Guruji, from the childhood, we are taught you have to come first, you have to be fast, you have to go ahead. Nobody
So we have,
teaches us we all are one, we all are same.
so enlightenment is about unlearning.
Yes,
Enlightenment is not
Guruji.
about, it's about unlearning.
But Guruji, people first teach wrong things.
वो तो continue होगा. That will
Then we
नहीं,
unlearn them.
ये तो this wrong teaching will continue. This we cannot change.
Mhm.
The only challenge is for us to unlearn and realize. Unlearn and realize. Okay. Quick,
Yes,
Atmanji, Krishna.
yes, Guruji.
We'll
Thank you,
go.
Guruji.
Everybody, we'll go quick. Okay. Atmanji and Krishna.
I go down to
Sophia
sleep,
and
sir.
yes, sir. Namaskar.
Sir, one formula has given man minus ego equal to God. This is formula. So
Yes.
what I learned, sir, ignorant man plus guru equal to God. Because this is the essential thing, sir.
See, you're right. Without the guru, there can be no enlightenment. Correct. But I'm telling you, I had a guru.
Yes, sir.
I had a guru, and there were thousands of people who were crazy about my guru.
Yes.
They had guru, but there was no enlightenment.
One thing is, sir, whatever we are learning, sir, people are asking how to start at what is the, well, what my understanding is there, whatever we are learning, we are noting down, then you sit, leaving all those things and contemplate. And if you are in silence, go to silence, we understand that we are in body, mind, ego, enlightened ego. And even scientifically, we break the five elements, all the body, only electron, proton, and energy is there. In both ways, oneness is coming out, sir, in our understanding.
Atmanji, if anybody follows what we talk on this
Yes,
call,
yes.
attending the call every day, I have guaranteed enlightenment.
Earlier, sir, some doubt was there, but right now there is no doubt is there, and we feel that very enlightened itself.
But the moment you're not on the call every day, according to me, you slip.
Sleep, yes, sir.
You cannot miss the call. According to me, one of the conditions of enlightenment, awakening, is being on the path every day.
But sir, sometimes even if some condition exigency I miss it, then I thoroughly see the YouTube and all the podcasts
that's
and
okay.
compensate for it, sir.
But the energy level is not the same. So we
And
must
not the
not
same. Yes,
miss
sir.
the call
Miss
often.
the call.
We must try our best not to miss the call. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Krishna. Krishna, Sophia, Siva. We have to close with that. Krishna, Sophia, and Siva.
Sir, when you say discrimination, you are seeing the other. So doesn't it contradict the concept of Advaita?
Who said the discrimination is others?
You're discriminating something out from your list.
We are discriminating A and B. So there's A and B. We are saying A is
There are
right or
two,
B.
right? So the two comes, no? Duality comes in.
What does discrimination do?
Whether it's thoughts or whether it's situations or whether it's circumstances, using your intellect, if you're discriminating, means you're clearly seeing something else than you, right?
Yeah. So Krishna, how do you get to Advaita?
From duality.
If you don't discriminate, can you get to Advaita?
No.
So discrimination is the process. So, for example, how do you climb over? You need the pole vault. You need to take the pole vault and you need to run. For enlightenment, we need religion and kindergarten and university spirituality. So ultimately, Krishna, discrimination, that's why it's part of the four doors: Viveka, Vairagya, Shatshampat, Mukshutva. It is the first door of enlightenment. Discrimination is the way. So discrimination is not getting into duality. Discrimination is a tool.
My question was there, I'll ask tomorrow. So for me, I always feel intellect is part of your ego. I'm intelligent or something, it comes from the ego, right? No, okay.
If the moment if the intelligent, if you say intelligence is part of ego, there is no intelligence there. Intelligence is the power of SIP, in SIP consciousness, in soul consciousness, to realize I am nothing. If the moment the intelligence is rooted in ego, you will never be enlightened. We cannot be enlightened. The intelligence is the power
Yeah.
of of consciousness.
Yeah. I think that is buddhi is separate from the vivek which you are talking about, intellect.
What is our buddhi? Our buddhi is nothing. There's no buddhi. Actually, there's no buddhi. The science are struggling to find where is the memory. There is no memory. Where is the memory? The science cannot copy memory from your brain and put in my brain. Cannot do it, because it is part of Sukshma Sharir, part of that supreme power.
So my understanding was intellect is also a part of Sukshma Sharir, which is connected to all that. Okay.
Actually, that's why when I talk of Sukshma Sharir, mostly I talk of mind and ego. I don't talk of memory, and I don't talk of intellect. Because in reality, okay, thank you, Sophia and Siva, to close today's talk. Time over. Just quick comment. Sophia, Siva.
Yes, sir. I bow down to sit. And people struggle to understand the oneness because they are not aware that we are coming from one God. We are same as one soul, and we are from one energy and one divine light. Because from childhood they have not taught, and then they have ego that we are different, you are different, I am different. But they don't know that we are all same only. Like we have come from one soul, one
Yeah,
God.
absolutely. Perfectly
Yes.
right. Thank you. Well said, Siva.
Thank you,
Quick
sir.
comment, Siva. Thank you. 9 o'clock, I have to close. I'm sorry, but I have to close. Siva?
Yeah, Shivam Guruji. I
Siva.
have an but I'll stop it in two sentences. One thing I want to make very clear: when you say that CCP norm, that is dualism only, no? Because I am so same I believe everywhere. But knowing that it is one, the reality is one undivided existence consciousness. But but still we struggle to understand the concept of oneness. Of course, we do interact with the world with consciousness, everything. No, but the one thing is seeing CP not. That
Okay.
makes us the I don't
So
know
your
how to.
okay, Siva, your connection was not so good, but I've caught the essence. I'm going to close this with your comment. I'm going to close with what you said. When we say seeing SIP in all itself is duality, which means that I am seeing SIP in all. This is only the mind saying it is duality. The intelligence, when you say see SIP in all, it is no duality. Seeing SIP in all means everything is one. But when you say seeing SIP in all from the mental point of view, from the point of view from the mind will tell you seeing SIP in all means I am seeing SIP in all, therefore it is I and others. No, this is the mind fooling us. This is the mind fooling us. And as long as we let the mind ride a horse, if the mind is riding our horse, the mind will be the boss and we will be at a loss. Dear SIP, how can I say, dear SIP, and pray to you if there is oneness? When people ask this question, it only means that they are still in a state of mind. And as long as we remain in a state of mind, we will never experience the oneness. Of course, I am in this body. and I seem to be different from you. Of course, I seem to be different from all those who are on the Zoom call. But what is the ultimate truth? Whether it's a necklace or a chain, a bangle or a ring, there is gold in everything. This realization does not mean that we will call the ring a necklace and we will call a bangle a ring. We will still see them as a necklace and as a chain and a bangle and a ring. But the realization will be very clear. There is gold in everything. We will still see the sun, the moon, the stars, the birds, the animals, the flowers. But we will realize that all of these are beautiful manifestations of the one divine. Of course, this world is a world of duality, but the realization is all duality ends in non duality. Of course, there will be you, me, the butterfly, the bee, and the tree, the mountain, and the sea. But the ultimate realization, everything is divine energy. And when we live with this realization, this is anubhuti, this is realization. This is what we get on this call. I wish and pray that all of you can come on this call every day. And why do I pray that you come on this call every day? Because every day when you come on this call, then your anubhuti, your awakening, your enlightenment becomes stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And ultimately, the door will open. But when you come and you go, you come and you go, you come and you go. Many of you think 1 week I attend the call, then 2 days I do on YouTube. There's a lot of difference in a satsang live and a recorded satsang. Being present on this call every day with your video on, with your commitment to sit, asking questions, is the way to total enlightenment. And I wish and pray that I will see you every day. With folded hands, I bow down to you.